Maharashtra election results give a boost to the bulls. The Nifty reclaims that 24,000 mark with an up move of nearly over 1,200 points as well. Sectors which lead: bank up around 2%, of the PSU banks up 4.5% as broader markets are.
Sensex announces the stock inclusion in the index from the 23rd of December. The street is optimistic now that the stock could also make its entry into the
costs get revised significantly higher. RVNL2 rallies on winning a near 850 crore rupee order.
Better than expected results in the Maharashtra Assembly election. See Mumbai-based realty stocks surge in trade. Oberoi Realty, Godrej Properties, as well as Ajmera, all of them rally 2.5 to 5%.
Shares of IGL surge as city gas distributors hike prices by 1.5 to 4 rupees in different geographies, while they do not hike in Delhi, which forms 70% of the company's volumes.
Hello and welcome to Chartbusters. I'm Nigel. With me is Mangalam. And just take a look at the top of the screen. It's green on the screen out here, and things are looking good. After the first hour of trade, there's no real sign of any kind of profit taking. In fact, the markets are at the high point of the day. So green, men in white, at the Wacom are doing perfectly well. 5 wickets to go. Mangalam, very, very good Monday.
It's shaping up to be a great Monday. Friday had the signs of an up move in the market. For some sort of victory, it is just the margin that has the street surprised, and the that we're seeing on the Nifty itself. The question is that in case you missed this near 1,000-point rally in the last two trading sessions, you do. We have Nagraj Shetty of HDFC Securities joining in for a quick technical check in the market. Nagraj, participants in this big up move that we've seen over the last couple of trading sessions. What should one do?
Hi, good morning, Mangalam. The last two sessions, decisive upside moment in the market as sentiment of the last 2 months downtrend in Nifty. I'm expecting this is going to be an important bottom reversal for the Nifty somewhere around that 23 to 63 to 65 levels. The next upside resistance to be watched from here onwards is 24,500. And the way the market has moved up, I'm expecting this 24,500 resistance is going to be overtaken and the market could surge towards 25,000 levels. Broad-based buying is happening in the broader market sectors as well as in the market. More upside is likely to come.
Okay, all right. So Nagraj, you're sounding quite bullish. 24,500 first and then 25,000. If you had a long position, where does your trailing stop loss come in at though?
Yeah, trading stop loss comes around 23,700, 23,800 level where the immediate support placed. And Nigel, the trend, the reversal, whenever the trend reverses from the downtrend to uptrend, the smaller supports tend to be supported at the lower levels and buying used to come from the lower levels. I'm expecting having moved up around 1,000 points from the yesterday's last session's low. There could be some consolidation somewhere around 24,500 resistance, and that consolidation or a minor dip is going to be a buy and dips opportunity, and we could eventually head towards 25K.
From sell on rise to buy on dips, that's the way the markets have turned just in the last few trading sessions. Nagraj, give us some stock ideas though. For the index itself, I think Reliance Industries finding its form is very crucial. It's now trading at the 20 DMA, which is very, very important because that's been an underperform of the last 6 months. So comment on Reliance levels you're looking at as well as individual stocks.
Yeah, on Reliance has turned around the last few weeks downtrend. I think from the lower level, it has emerged as a strong buying around 1,220 odd levels. The overall chart pattern is looking positive. I'm expecting further upside for the Reliance, and the next upside resistance to be watched for the stock is around 1,350. I have two stock picks from a mid-cap segment. First is one MRPL. If you look at the MRPL was in a continuous downtrend. Recently, it has made a double bottom, slightly higher bottom kind of a pattern, and currently sustaining at the higher levels. Overall chart pattern is looking positive. I think the worst is over, seems to be over for the MRPL, and I'm expecting the further upside. Currently trading around 159.50 odd levels. One can look to buy at this point of time. one can place a stop loss at 154, and the target would be around, initial target would be around 170. Second one is KFin Technology Limited. The stock has been in a larger consolidation band over the last few months and currently placed near the upside breakout point of the consolidation. Over the period of time, I'm expecting a decisive upside breakout in the stocks, in the stock price, currently trading around 1086 level, and the next immediate upside target would be around 1170, 1175 levels, and one can place a stop loss at 1040.
All right, we take that point. Just hang in there, though. The kind of stocks that are doing extremely well, apart from the overall markets today, is the FMCG pack. We're seeing a bit of a bounce back on that as well. Britannia, for instance, has moved to the high point of trade. HUL is doing well. Nestle is doing extremely well. We have a bunch of these stocks. Gillette, for instance, has seen a big up move, almost 6% higher in today's trading session. The belief is that maybe, with the success, the electoral success of the Ladki Bahini scheme, are we looking at populist politics going ahead? And if that were to happen, then that's a positive for all the consumer staples, as it were, as we've seen in the past as well. So that's something we'll most definitely keep an eye out on. In any case, these stocks have been battered post what was a very weak second quarter result. And going forward, the third quarter, seasonally very strong with the festive season, etc. as well. We'll keep an eye out on that. In fact, let's speak about the consumer space itself. A few ideas for profit coming in from our colleagues at Money Control Pro. Khushbu Rai Gupta joins in with a stock that she's been tracking.
In today's idea for profit, we have Godrej Consumer Products. The earnings growth of the company is strongest among the peers, led by innovation, introduction of access packs, and expansion into the new growth categories. This will continue to drive earnings in the coming period. Also, the company's entry into the high growth and under-penetrated pet care business will expand total addressable market and is expected to add to top-line growth and margins in the long term. In the near term, Godrej plan to increase focus on premium products, efficiency improvement and affordability in the rural market in the domestic business, while streamlining of international operation will continue to improve profitability by reducing the overhead cost. In terms of the recently acquired businesses, despite weakness in revenue, the Raymond Company business saw improved momentum and gained market share across various channels. If we look at the valuation, the stock is trading at a premium valuation, but we believe that it could offer upside given the sustained performance in India and Indonesia and a scope to improve margins in the remaining businesses.
All right, with that, we'll slip into a short break. On the other side, we tell you what's on the agenda as the Parliament's winter session gets underway. We heard from the Prime Minister ahead of the winter session beginning. On the other side of the short break, we'll tell you what's on the agenda. Stay with us. 400 points for Nifty and counting, even as we're counting down to the wickets that will fall in Perth for us to, stage a big victory. But we're talking about the FMCG pack. Just from the broader markets, look at Marico. That stock too has begun to spike right now at the high point of trade. But today's day does belong to a lot of these high beta names. So, the infra PSU names, which had earlier taken a knock from the top, are now coming back in fashion. So we have something like an NBCC, which is up around 7% We're also seeing some traction in a couple of these, PSUs which have defense focus as well. So pull up something like a BEL, that one's moved higher. REC, PFC have been doing well. And some of the infra plays which are doing extremely well include the likes of Siemens, etc., which are up around 6.5% Will be very interesting to see where the oil marketing companies go from here, because we have seen the oil prices increase. Post-election, everyone's hoping for some sort of increase in, prices coming in, not from a consumer standpoint, but from the OMC investor standpoint. So HPCL is another stock which is up around 5.5%, Nigel.
Well, and Welspun Corp is a stock that, earlier this morning Prakash had discussed as well, which could be a beneficiary of the water for all and continuation on that front. It's got the booster shot because of Trump's push to drill more. And in fact, that will require more amount of pipes. The stock is in a correction, mind you, from around 800 all the way to around 700. Today, it's pulling back some of those losses. Volumes as well picking up. So that one is at the high point of the day. But we'll wrap up on this edition of Chartbusters. You stay with us. Trading Hour comes up next.